it's Becky and welcome to my teetotal self-care journey. So today I thought I'd jump on. I'm working from home today, so apologies, I'm just at the coffee table, and I thought I'd jump on, so like bedhead and with the dog. So I wanted to touch on the last video that I did, I mentioned about how I had come to realise that hormones were a big influence in how I turned to Jekyll and Hyde. I'm not sure whether this is going to work, guys. Do you? Let's try this. I'll probably have to do this video again. Oh, I think I'm going to have to, guys. So, the answer is pretty simple. So I did a little bit of research, and I will be doing some more again, because I'm actually really intrigued by it. I love researching into things. I can spend hours learning something new. It's just the way my brain works. It hyperfixes. But we all turn to alcohol because it's in a way of like easing our mood. But when we are on our period or leading up to our period or ovulation, we have a drop in estrogen, which is actually why we feel rubbish, because that's a natural feel what happens. So this is why we then want drinks. So it's an actual known fact that, I'm just going to move her this way. Sorry, it's an actual known fact that, you know, chemically we have a drop in estrogen, which leads to all of us feeling like that, which is why then in turn you want a little mood boost, and we go to the wine. So we crave an alcoholic beverage. I mean, I think that's quite obvious, but it's actually a real thing. And obviously with your period and with ovulation, it adversely affects your hormones. It can affect some people more than others. I was diagnosed with PMDD, so that is like an extreme version of PMS, where for many years I never knew, like I just thought I was depressed. I turned into, still do by the way, but as the years have got on, for some reason I'm a bit more aware, but I turned into a completely different person leading up to my period. And it was quite scary, to be fair, because I could be quite psychotic. Literally, I could change into a completely different person. And I used to sit there in my brain, and sometimes the rage is another level. I remember when I first met my partner, Will, and I was trialing contraception, different contraceptions, and which certain contraceptions actually enhanced it as well, because it's adding more hormones into my body. And my God, I remember just like the arguments we'd have leading up to my period, and then I'd just go out and get drunk. I think, oh, fuck this. Sorry, I shouldn't be swearing. But let's be honest, we're real. We swear. It's not a child. This isn't a child's video. Yeah, and I'd go out and get drunk with my friends and go, I'm going out, which would then lead to me having the worst experience of drinking, come back, probably argue even more. Can you see the cycle? Can you see the roller coaster effect? But I couldn't stop myself doing that. It was just something that I was just in a vicious cycle for, and I'm not sure why it took me so many years to realise this, and so many bad things to happen in my life, and I still didn't sort of piece them together and become self-aware of what not to drink. You know, I've done some awful things in my time which I'm not proud of, and I never knew, like, how can be drinking and then this has happened as a result, and I don't remember it either. I knew my mood going into the drinking, like as I was drinking, like why I was drinking, like because I was feeling down, I'd had an argument with somebody because of the way I was feeling, but I never knew, it's never stopped me drinking. And God, if I could turn back time, I tell you, my life would be completely different had I not drunk. And I will go on later on in this series to talk about some really deep stuff that's happened to me, which have led me to really bad places in my life, as a result of alcohol. I did just want to actually touch on something. Sorry, I am reading something out because I made some notes, because I think it's quite useful to for women that are experiencing cycles like myself, or even if you're not, just being aware of it really. But so alcohol can increase the production of both estrogen and testosterone in the body. Too much of either can exacerbate PMS, especially mood swings and irritability. But this is why we then crave an alcohol beverage. Okay, so women who are heavy drinkers, drinking more than 1 drink per day, were 79% more likely to have PMS than non-drinkers. Why? That is a fact. And I'm like, all us poor women out there who are heavy drinkers. I'm not saying that everybody's an alcoholic, by the way, but isn't that an interesting fact that 79% more likely to have PMS? Sorry guys, you'll notice now there's no French bulldog. There's no dog. I had to pause. Postman come. And I don't know if any of your dogs are like this, but my dog is. She turns into a savage. She must hear the postman coming 100 yards down the road, and she rips the post apart. So I think it was actually quite an apt time for the postman to come, because I was actually starting to sound a bit like an encyclopedia. Got a habit of going on a bit, and you know, everything I just said you could Google. But I love it. I love it. But it's probably not the right place, unless you wanted it, obviously, me to talk more about that. But I think you're here to probably hear my juicy stories, which there will be more to come. So yeah, just to finish off this video, to say thank you ever so much for listening. The purpose of this video today was just to, you know, just to say how everything that has happened in my life, that has happened when I've been drunk, 'cause everything bad that has happened derailed my life in massive ways, been detrimental to me, hurt others, have always been when I've drunk a week before my period. Not putting the blame on that, you know, I take full action for everything that I've done in my life. You know, I am me. But it's just interesting to know that my Jekyll and Hyde situations happen when I have PMT. I think that is massively should be talked about more. People who know me know that I'm actually a really pleasant person to be around when drinking too. 3 weeks out of the month. But if you arrange a drinking time with me when a week before my period, you'd be like, who is this woman? So yeah, it's really just to see, one, sharing it. I think it's really key to share, because I'm not the only person who this happens to. It may not be to the extremities of that I have experienced, or the results that have happened from that. And but I know that just by researching it, there's lots of women that have done absolutely things that they just shameful things, you know. It's crazy, and I think we need to be more aware of this. So yeah, anyway, I think that's it today. I look forward to do my next video. If you've got any feedback, just leave some comments. If you want to know more about this, if you'd like me to share more about PMT, if you'd like me to get really juicy into my stories, let me know. But don't forget to subscribe and click the notifications on my YouTube channel, because it makes you aware of when my next story is coming up. I hate saying this in the video because it sounds like I'm trying to be a YouTuber. I'm not. I'm literally here just to talk about my journey. Whether people are listening or not, I'm doing it. So yeah, I hope you all have a great day. Thanks, bye.